Divine greetings, entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, these seekers and sojourners of truth, the 144, chosen of the chosen of the chosen few, and you know who you are, you star seeds that you are. All right, I greet you in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth and the divine energy essence of it all, bringing the celestials into the earth, the divinity into the earth, which is what we're living in our crown chakra. And as usual, I'm reporting to you from nowhere other than 5D. The fifth dimension is the place to be. And as we are transiting into 5D, those of you who are entering now, welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of us who have been here, things are getting shaken up. We're entering into new levels. The timelines are shifting. All of the above is happening right now. And we're being asked to really look into ourselves and look a little bit deeper. So as usual, I bring you the news to infuse, if you so choose to infuse with this light. So please do choose to, as I do, infuse with the light. If not, hey, it's your choice, but please know that when you do not choose to infuse, you refuse the light, and therefore you end up clashing with the light grid, and the frequencies are amplifying right now. So when you clash, you're going to hear that in your life because you're going to be getting fried on the grid. All right, so that's whoever that is for. I'm back. I have been missing a couple of days. My apologies. I haven't been on about 3 or 4 days. And I said I had to get things done. I'm only like halfway through, if even that. There's so much to go through. You really don't realize how much there is to go through in your life, world, and affairs, especially in your home, until you really start going through. And that's how we're moving, right? Because these are the final days, right? That's what I wanted to say about this, like, as I'm seeing everything that's going on, the final days to the new beginnings. There's a new beginning that is emerging, always a new beginning, every step of the way, every cycle. But these are the final days of the new beginnings, if you get what I'm saying. As we're coming out of the ecliptic window, and dealing with all the solar flares that are coming off of the sun, which is not bad, by the way. I think I need to do a separate video about that, because I think we really need to look at what that information is. And for those of you, my sun people, for those of us who know that we are people of the sun, that we are conduits of the light energy and information that comes through our server, the sun, when you understand what the sun really is to you, then you know that these solar flares are helping us out. It is not to attack you. It's not to give you cancer, as some people are thinking and seeing right now. It is to give you the information and the light codes that you need, whether you like it or not. You know, like I always said, the earth is turning over, and she's saying, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you. And it's really you that's going to find you. It's you that is in the earth that are going to find you, right? And these are the final days of the new beginnings. Why am I saying the final days? Because within this ecliptic season, the 18 months that we've been in, we're in the final days. This is the last of the eclipse that we're going to have, that is engaging and activating the North Node, South Node in Aries and Libra, on the Aries and Libra axis right now, which is what we need to sort out our life, world, and affairs as we enter into the age of the Aquarian, into the humanitarianism and the, I don't like isms, but humanitarian aspect, and the just the whole collaborative, to be collaborative. And the best way is to do it in right order. We are being asked by the energies, we're being guided by the energies to come into right order with ourselves, with each other, through true justice and balance, South Node in Libra, to bring ourselves into our North Node in our soul's sovereignty, so that we can be effective with one another through our soul sovereignty that has us being authentic in our authenticity to ourself, to our soul's purpose of ourself, not selfishly the human flesh self, but our soul's purpose. And we're being invited to do all of this right now. And the reason why I'm taking this time to make to do this video, because like I said, I'm still busy clearing out some things, but I feel led to really share this with you all. Whoever this is for, please take note if you need to, because I'm also going to share a little bit about where we can be in posturing our heart. And I may do another video about that, because there's a lot of, there's a lot of heart chakra energy in motion right now. A lot of us are being charged in our heart, charged by our heart, being held responsible to go back into our hearts, which is where it all starts, right? I always say, if you don't know where to start in your heart, right? So these final days, what I want to say about that, before I get into that, let me say this. In case you haven't already done so, please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment if you dare. To go ahead and comment, leave, if you don't know what to say, leave any emoji, hearts, whatever it is. Thank you for those of you who have been commenting. Thank you for those of you who have been messaging, even sending emails. I thank you all for the love and light and the energetic reciprocity that we share. I've been getting back to as much comments as I have been able to, and a few emails I've gotten back to in yesterday or the day before. So if you sent me an email, you know, check into that and see. I'm returning those as well. So just a little housekeeping. Let me share that with you. So look out for that. Anything else? I believe that's it. Just remember to, as we share and we comment and we speak, like all of that, it's helping the energetic algorithms. It's helping this content to get to who it needs to get to, and for us to connect to who we need to connect to, those in the remote places that are remote in their souls, right, that need to hear this. Some of you have even let me know, hey, I found this at just the right time. Thank you. And everything shows up in right timing. We're welcome, because it's for both of us, all of us. And as I always say, if you're here and you found this video, then it's for you. It's time. It's time to step into the next level, because I only speak to those who are stepping into the next level of their soul self. Soul ascension is what we're about. Pushing timelines, transitioning into 5D, those who are pioneering the 5D. I'm here to say that you are not alone. As crazy as they want us to feel, as crazy as they want us to be, right? We're crazy to all the wrong people, or the right people, depending on how you look at it, right? Because it lets you know who not to be around. When they say you crazy, you're like, oh, thank you for letting me know that you think truth is crazy. Thank you. All right, so you know where to invest your energy and where not to. So with that said, as I'm speaking on investing energy, as I say, this is the final days of the new beginnings, the next level of new beginning, right? Which is why this last eclipse was at 10 degrees. It's new beginnings. And I believe the next full moon is going to be, I think, at about 20 degrees. But that's a story for another moment and another day. But what I would like to really say, and what I would like to really say with these energies, is it's really highlighting a lot of things are wrapping up, are closing out. These are some final days for how we have been showing up for ourselves. Let me say that. There are some people who are feeling some issues going on in their bodies, in their minds, the dis-ease. As I always say, the dis-ease in the mind is the dis-ease in the body. The body keeps the score. So if anything is showing up in your physical body or in your physical life, world, and affairs, meaning your finances, your vocational life, your relational life, all of that is considered your body. All right? Not because it's not attached to you. Everything that happens in your life, world, and affairs is considered your body, right? The physical body. And so these things are being affected by where we have set ourselves up so far. What is your quotient of light? What's your light quotient? right? What is it that you have been doing in your light life, in your light body? Because we're also moving more into our crystalline light bodies. So if you're feeling something, nothing happens out of the blue, nothing happens from out of nowhere. It is, the energies are helping to move us along. It is helping us to filter through the misappropriated energies that we don't need, or that we have been, keeping up in us. It's time to let that go. So whatever you have been feeling, it is according to whatever you've been holding in your life, world, and affairs, in your bodies, and it's time to release the hold. These are the final days that we are coming to. It's saying no more in our associative prospects or aspects of our lives, the way we have been interrelating and associating with one another, whether it's friends, family, or even your work life. Whatever way it is, there is a new understanding to be had. We are to gain new leverage and gain a new understanding, overstanding to understanding of what is, of what was, of what is, and what is to be, right? With the energies that are happening. What am I saying? There are some people that are suffering maybe some headaches, or some body, excuse the camera, there's some body changes that are happening, and I want to explain to you that it's happening because of, look in your life and see what's happening in your life. Chances are, and look at what part in your body that you're having these issues. If it's your throat area, then it's your throat chakra. Your communication is out of alignment. You have not been effectively communicating. If it is your stomach area, that's your solar plexus area, your digestive system. If you're having digestive problems, you're having problems digesting things that you've been eating lately, it's saying assimilate. Right? There's things in life that you're not assimilating as the frequencies are changing and as you are gaining new perspective. And it also depends on how much you know, because to whom much is given, much is required. So don't look at others and say, well, they're not going through what I'm going through, and they're, worse off than me, or they don't know what I know. It doesn't go like that. As a matter of fact, the more you know is the more you are responsible for. So you can't do what everyone else is doing and get away with it as the frequencies are coming through. The frequencies are very, very intense. And so these flares, these solar flares, like I said, they're here to help us. But a lot of people don't see it that way, because it's like turbulence. That's what I was explaining to someone. As we go through the frequencies, it's like turbulence, like a plane that goes through turbulent energies. So, and who feels the turbulence, it's determined, like I said, by what you have and have not been doing, what you have been holding on to. If you still have been holding on to certain fallacies, certain lies, if you still have been hiding things, if you're hiding behind pride, ego, the misappropriated ego, if you have not been speaking up for yourself, you may be having issues in the throat chakra because you have not been speaking up for truth and for yourself. You've been being quiet and you have not been expressive. If you do not express the truth, then you cannot be the truth. It's not enough to just know it. We have to be able to express it in times of need, in times of just appointed times. When there are certain divine appointed times, it is your time to shine. It is your time to shine your light from the inside out and walk in your authentic truth and be who you are here to be, not who you want to be in the flesh, but who you are here to be in spirit, and faithfully, that is also who you want to be as well. Your wants should be in alignment with who you are here to be. Everything you want and desire, it's not to say we can't want things, but your wants should be in alignment with who you need to be, who you are here to be. And this is what these energies are bringing forth. So some of you may be going through some turbulence, some turbulent times, some turbulent energies, but it's I want to say this. It's not to look at anything with despair. It is all an opportunity for us to share with one another, for us to reflect off one another, even if it's someone that you feel is coming up against you. All of these are happening for a just cause, for a just reason within our life, world, and affairs, for you to change the things that you need to change. Because who feels it knows it. And only when you feel it do you truly make the attempt, and do you make the effort to go in and dissect and change what needs to be changed. So a lot of these flares, these solar flares that are coming, are bringing the energy that we need. It's bringing the information, right? And if we're conduits of this light energy and information, we're here to channel the light energy and information. So it is for us to bring, harness that light, allow it to come through you, allow it to filter through your soul. What needs to be done away with, close it out. There are a lot of closures that need to be had in order to have the new beginning. And this Pluto and Capricorn is still a window that we're in that is really highlighting what we must be done with in the old paradigm. The things that we used to do in the old ways, we need to not cling to them anymore. Those rules, those regulations, they don't satisfy, right? They don't satisfy the soul, really and truly. They don't bring us to where we need to go. So I'm saying this because a lot is being shaken up right now, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, especially. There are physical things happening in the world, geographically. Geographically. And I want to say, do not get caught up in the loudness of everything that's going on. As I say, to whom much is given, much is required, and preparation avoids temptation. So if you are prepared, if you are knowledgeable, if you are aware of what's happening in the earth right now, then be in the fullness of that awareness. Do not fall into a mind state of lack because you see lack happening on the external, or you see the threat of lack, because we live in too much abundance for lack to be happening. But you will see the symptoms of lack. You will see the threat of lack, because a lot of people in their fear are exuding those lack frequencies. So it's for you to remember, be a part of the remembering, and remember that we are in abundance always, even if it looks like it's not. Because that thing that is happening is only happening to bring you your abundance. And this is why I was saying earlier, we have to posture our heart. Posture your heart to get you through these frequencies. That means go into your heart chakra. That means tap into your heart chakra and be in a place of love. And I'm not just saying sit there and say, I love this, I love you, I love. It's deeper than that. It's to be love. It is to be evolved in love. Not just to say, oh, I love this person or I love that. Just saying it alone is not enough. It's to be it in your heart, in the fullness of your heart's capacity, to expand your capacity of compassion. This is why we are to have understanding. Understand that when others are coming up against you, they are really coming up against themselves, and they know not themselves. But have no fear, because it's also here to reflect, to be a reflection and show you you. There's a reason why you're seeing it. There's a reason why you're feeling what you're feeling in your body, and why you're going through the turbulence that you're going through. And it is to have you be able to see what is there and extract what needs to not be there. But you can't extract if you can't see what it really and truly is. So we're being asked to open our third eye. We just came through third eye chakra season. As I said, we're now in the crown chakra season. And so a lot of us are dealing with even nervous issues. Let me speak to that. Those of you that may be going through the turbulence and the frequencies, you may be feeling things that have to do with nervous issues, nerves, and you may not even know why. The doctors may not even know why. They may say it's some type of an anomaly. But those of you who are spiritually inclined, it is not an anomaly. It is not an accident. It is very purposeful according to your quotient of light that you are coming up against through these frequencies. It is according to your quotient of light as you go through these frequencies, right? Because the light is coming in, the frequencies are hitting, right? And so it depends on where you are. It's like what I said about being a 3D processor versus a 5D processor. If you're still in the shadows of 3D and you are at the level of only processing third density light, then you are going to have a hard time with the fifth density light that is being poured in and being activated within the light grid. And for those of us who are activating the light grid, we are also intensifying, we are able to, let's say, match with the intensified frequencies because of us accessing the light grid. And because of us being a part of the light grid activation, we become stronger conduits of the light that can withstand all of the light energy and information that comes through the grid that you are attached to. So please be mindful of any nerve issues. If there's any type of nervous system issue, that is the crown chakra. The crown chakra is over or in charge of or rules the nervous system. Anything, cerebral or from the mind, from the crown, endorphins, things like that. The endocrine system, sorry, not endorphins, the endocrine system. And so we're coming out of the third eye with a lot of information, a lot of revelation with Pluto and Capricorn, a lot of death to rebirth revelation, and we're being asked to really go within and look. And I'm saying this to whoever can hear this, or those who have ears to hear, to really go within and turn over that leaf that needs to turn over. Go into the heart. The heart is what is going to get a lot of us through. The heart is the bridge between the upper chakras and the lower chakras. The breath of life is also the bridge between the lower and the upper chakras. And it makes sense because to breathe is to do that activity in your heart chakra through the lungs. The lungs are all right here in your chest cavity, and all of that has to do with the heart chakra. So some of us really need to open up, right? A physical thing you could do is just really stretch your arms and open up your heart, open up your chest cavity, and take deep breaths, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, counting when you breathe. Do a 4 count. 4, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, release for 4. And what's even better is if you can breathe in for 6, hold for 2, and exhale for 8 count. That is a really strong way to practice your breathing, and really to do deep exhales, because we really need to release more than we're taking in. We take in enough already, and we're always so quick to just suck up the air. Everywhere we go, we just suck up the air, suck the life out of a lot of things. And a lot of us need to just pause, just pause, take a little bit of air, hold it and pause, and then take a deep release and let go for the 8 count, and do a deep exhale where you're really just letting it all out, every bit of drip drop of it in your breath, in between breaths, right? That's a good thing you can do for that. But we really want to look at what is happening with our light quotient. What have you been holding? It's like when I say, what do you do with your pre-portaling work? It's the pre-portaling work that counts. So what have you been doing? How have you been seeing relationships? What is your perspective on how we relate, how we interrelate? Who should do this? Who should do that? There's certain things that we have within us that we need to release the holds on in our soul and let it go, so that we can transition through these frequencies. I'm telling you, y'all, it is not easy, but it can be easy. It's only difficult, as I say, to people who don't want to do the easy thing, which is letting go. Take the deep exhale and let it go, right? A good release is what we need. So I'm saying this to invite us all into that perspective, if you will. Remembering that it's what you do, it's what you're doing, and it's what you're not doing that is allowing these energies to work with you a certain way. And so to relieve the nerves, if you're having any nerve issues, I would really strongly suggest that you go into your crown chakra. And the best way is to go through your heart, like I said. So posture your heart so you can really tap into your crown and be in total connectivity. The thing about the crown is you want to remove yourself from any personal attachments, any ego attachments. That is what holds back the crown. That means that there's things that you're not letting go of, right? Ego doesn't always just mean bad, because when I say that, I know some people are like, oh, well, I don't got no ego attachments. Yes, we all do. If you have a personal bias or a personal feeling about something, it's not just, oh, that's my personal feeling, oh, that's my personal prerogative. You have a strong, true heart vibration that is tied to that. And so that regulates what's happening and how it's happening. So it's not just a simple, oh, that's just my personal preference. Be very mindful. I would invite all of us to please take a double look, a double check at what your personal preferences are, and how you are holding strongly to that, because that is going to be your hold back. That is going to create the turbulence as we go through these frequencies, because you can only go but so far. I don't care how much you know. I don't care how intelligent you are. You're only going to be as strong as your weakest link. So as much as you may know, as much as you may be intelligent, and you go through, as you attempt to go through these frequencies, you're going to clash. You're going to hit something on the light grid, and it's going to be like, whoa, and it's going to create inertia. It's going to pull you back out of your forward momentum because of what? That one thing that you're not facing and dealing with, right? And as I say that, Cancer is what comes to mind, because I was talking about the solar flares earlier, and I know a lot of people may blame that. I've been hearing a lot of, the Cancer coming up, and from a lot of people, and it's like, because you're not seeing. You're not seeing, and Cancer is not only what I call a worrying disease, because it's people who worry about everything but themselves. And because you are neglecting yourselves, your cells become overactive, and that is what the Cancer cells are. Cancer is just really, really overactive cells that are overactively, rapidly multiplying faster and faster, rapid multiplication. Right? And so I want to say this: don't be fooled into thinking that because of the solar flares that there is Cancer coming up. Let me say it the correct way. It is the foods that we have been eating. It's the foods that we have been fed. And this is why we have to change our diet. The foods have carcinogens in them. The foods, if you read the back of your foods, they tell you that they have chemicals or things in them that are cancerous, that may cause cancer. They know exactly what they have in the foods, and that is the information that you're putting in your body that is speaking to your cells. And some of them lay dormant until it is activated by the sun. And let me say it this way: it is not the sun that is giving it to you. The sun only gives what it is supposed to give: light codes, energy, and information. The plus and the minus, which is the negative and positive charge, because the sun is like our battery. It is a charger for us. It charges the light as it transmits the light, right? That's what it is, as a server. So it serves us our light, energy, and information through that plus and minus, or negative and positive, creative duality, right? That's what it does. So when it comes through and the sun comes into us and touches our skin, it's giving us information. It's helping us with what we need. The problem is two things. One, the foods that we're eating that are blocking and confusing the information that the sun, or it's over activating, because they're already feeding you information, chemicals that create overactiveness in your cells. So then when it gives the light, energy, and information, hits that, it goes into overdrive, right? This is the easiest way I could explain it. And it has the cells go into overdrive. And then here's the second part. So not only the foods that you're eating, but most importantly, what you are not properly appropriating, the misappropriations in your soul, is what is a catalyst between the foods that you're eating and the misappropriations in your soul. They come to, and it's a catalyst for the Cancer that is developing, and then they're blaming it on the sun. The sun is doing what it does. Its job is to give information, light, energy, information, to serve you what you deserve, what we want, what we need. It's giving us the codes, the light codes that we need to help us ascend. Right? But we can't ascend when we're taking in carcinogens, and we cannot ascend when we have misappropriations in our soul. Those are the two main blockers right now for what is happening. So I just want to be very clear on that, because a lot of people don't understand that, and we're hearing a lot of this Cancer that people are developing and going around. I, for one, am hearing a lot of it around, not literally around me, but when it gets to me, it's people that I know, and it's like, oh wow, that one too, oh that one, and I'm really seeing it highlighted which is why I'm explaining it to you. And it has a lot to do with these energies that are being amplified, but that is for good cause. The only reason it gets turned into bad is because of the bad that we have done. The bad eating and the bad misappropriations of information in our soul. And we're not excavating our soul. We're not doing the shadow work that helps us to filter our soul and be a strong conduit of the light, energy, and information, because that's what we are. We're conduits of this light, whether you like it or not. And so the more resistance that you have is the more you are going to go through turbulence when you hit these energies. And how it hits you, how the turbulence hits you, depends on how you have been developing or the lack thereof, right? The term depends on how you have been ascending or elevating or the lack thereof, right? And so it's really the lack thereof that holds you back and has you clashing with the light grid activation that is allowing you to not see what it is that you need to see and be who it is that you need to be, right? So I really wanted to hit that home and share that with us, especially about the sun. Please do your research. Check into your bodies. I'm going to ask you all to do that. Go to your rainbow, that promise that is within you. Go to your rainbow light prism that is within you and get to each and every energy center, especially the crown. Pay attention to the crown as we're in that season right now, and know how it is that you're showing up in your life, world, and affairs. If you want to troubleshoot anything, look at wherever you're having any ailments, wherever you're having any discrepancies in your life or any ailments, and see how that connects to which energy center. If it's in your body, it's really simple. You just have to see where the dis-ease is happening in your body, and it'll tell you exactly what energy center you need to go to. Right? Like I said, if it's the throat area, it'll be anywhere here, the mouth, the ears. If it's anywhere here in the eyes, that's the third eye. If it's anywhere here in the nervous system, that's the crown, right? Anywhere in the heart area, the chest cavity, the shoulders, that is, and the hands, issues with the hands, that is all the heart. If it's anywhere in your digestive system and that mid part, your solar plexus area, your spleen, anywhere up there, your kidneys, that is the solar plexus. Anywhere a little bit lower, your reproductive organs, your kidneys, anywhere in that lower area around your navel, your back, anywhere in that area is going to be your sacral, right? And anywhere below that, the root is anywhere in that area, also reproductive. Any blood issues have to do with the root. Any bone issues have to do with the root. Anything in your legs. So I just gave all that to you from the head going down. Any issues in that area, you know what chakra to look at. Go and look it up, do your research, and ask where is this chakra out of alignment. Look up the parts of that energy center that is out of alignment. What are the symptoms of when it's out of alignment and what it looks like? And then you can kind of go in a little bit deeper. If it's happening outside of your body and in your life, world, and affairs, which is still your body, look at where it's showing up in your life. If it's relationship issues, it is your sacral chakra. It has a lot to do with relationships, and it affects your emotional body. The emotional body is your sacral, right? So it could be your sacral, and it could also be your heart, because the heart regulates your emotions. So if it affects your emotions in the sacral, it is definitely going to affect your heart, right? I'm just throwing some things out there to have you really look at, because these are some critical times. These are some pivotal times. So I'm kind of just throwing like a mini little workshop out there to you. And look forward to the solar plexus. We're going to be doing a 3-day solar plexus workshop. So look out for that. I will let you know when I get to my next destination, because I'm en route right now. We're making moves. We're getting ready to, for those of you who know, go into Jamaica. Our next move of looking for retreats, so that next year we will have an actual workshop retreat in Jamaica, and we'll be able to expand, and I'll expound on that some more. I'll let you know how it's going. I may do some videos carrying you along the way. I will. So just wanted to share that with you. Anything else? I believe that's all. Yeah, get into your heart. Really get into your heart. And remember, these are the final days of the new beginnings that are to come, especially being in this window with Pluto in Capricorn, and these outer planets that are all in final degrees. Get rid of those illusions, Neptune. Make the revolutionary changes that need to be made, Uranus. Get rid of your wounded, your unhealed wounds, Chiron, the wounded healer that is in Aries, that is helping us close out the age of the ram, the shadows of the age of the ram that are in our collective imprint. We're closing that out. Gone are the days. These are the final days of our new beginnings. The final days are getting rid of all of those that are in the old paradigm, and that may be even attached to some of the things that we're familiar with that we must let go. So look deep within and see, check with yourself to see, where are you clinging on to any of these things that are connected with the old paradigm and the old world and the misappropriations and the shadows of the old age of the ram, Piscean age shadows, all of that, because it's a trickle down effect, right? So I share that with you. Star seeds, get on your star seed business. It's okay if people are falling away. Let it happen. Do not try to hold on to anything. This is a time that we just want to drop things and let them go, right? And I'm not saying do it carelessly, but please do not carefully hold on to things, person, places, things, any nouns that no longer serve us, any ideas, person, place, things, or ideas that no longer serve you. It is overdue. It is expired. The warranty on that is up, and the new you is not having it. So your body is going to be going through those changes. Just be careful. Drink a lot of water. Meditate. Be mindful. Release any emotions that need to be released, and be so true to you. Be true to you. Be patient and kind with you. And remember that life is a reflection of you. Everything and everyone in it. Just remember, you're looking at you, and you will be able to expand your capacity of compassion. All right. So with that said, any reminders, the 5D calendars, please remember to get them in while you can. I'm doing the last shipments this week that I'm sending out until I return or have someone who can do it for me while I'm out of town. So if you want it right now, please email me, and so that you can get it in. Send your payment and email me your information, your address. The 3 people I'm still waiting on, Rhonda Calvin, I Am, and Stacy Holder, so that I can get those to you. Sharon is coming right to you. Thank you for your patience. Oh, I had to jump, y'all. I had to jump. There is a frog out here. There is a frog, and I don't want him to jump on me. And he's very jumpy right now, so I'm going to stand right here until he moves. Because I don't want him to jump on me. I know it's fertility. Ooh, I had to jump. I did not expect him to jump this way. He literally jumped on the pole and jumped over. So I don't know who that message is for, but fertility is on the way. Fertility is coming, right? They kind of represent that. And it jumped right over here. So with that, please, thank you for those who have been liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Thank you. Get your 5D calendar at a 5D corner near you. Look in the link below. I'm going to leave that here. And I'm going to take another day or 2 off unless Spirit tells me otherwise. I got more work to do. I'm going to be pulling an all-nighter and really getting into the house. And listen, the final days, like the way I'm getting things pulled up, it's like it's almost as if I'm preparing for my funeral. I know that sounds weird, but it's like I'm preparing for the end of life. Like, that's it. And not in a crazy way, but to really remove things, like go through the house and remove things you don't need, Anything that's been in your filing system for like 5 years or more, like throw that out. Things you're not wearing no more, things like that. Just really get rid of that. It's time for a release. When you release out there, you're also releasing in here, right? So releasing from the inside out and making it practical on the outside. So a lot of preparation as I move into the next, shift. And we don't know where this I live in Florida, y'all, and y'all see what's happening. It's South Florida at that. So I'm being prepared for the energies that are coming through, moving things out the way and preparing for the new consciousness that is emerging as we are all a part of. So light bodies, star seeds, beam me up, Scotty, all that good stuff. Get into your soul work and check your light quotient so that you can transit through these energies, get these solar flares. Welcome the solar flares because they're bringing us what we need. Just get rid of what you don't need and you'll be able to receive what is for you. With that said, each one reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start in your big, beautiful heart right here. Shine your light from the inside out and be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Peace, love, and light.